Hey friends, I'm Scott Hanselman.
And I'm Maria Nagaga.
And this is Microsoft Virtual Academy. We're going to be talking about ASP.NET Core 2.
Yes, we are.
All right, we've got 3 days of great content for you. This is the beginner day. We're going to have beginner getting started, a little bit about .NET and C# and the resources that you'll need. Maria and I will explore creating a web application. And by the end of these 3 days, you should be ready to go and make a web application for yourself.
Exactly. And a good place to get started here is for people to figure out where to get the tools they need to get started.
Yep. So if you go to .net, we made a little fun domain for you here, dot.net, or if you go out there and search with your favorite search engine for Learn C# or download .net, you will probably end up showing up here. The page might look something like this, might be a little different by the time you have, time has passed. But you'll click on download and you're going to see 3 different .NETs to choose from. There is the .NET framework that comes with Windows. There is Xamarin, which lets you make iOS and Android and Windows applications. We're going to be focusing today on .NET Core, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So if you click on that, it should show you a couple of options on how to get started. And a lot of things that come up, especially for new people to our platform, is do they download the SDK or the runtime?
Right. So the SDK, that's the tools, the compiler, the stuff I need as a developer, because it's the software development kit.
Yep.
So you probably will never want the runtime unless you're going to put that into production. And then if you really want more information, you can follow step-by-step instructions down here at the bottom.
Yeah, and we should actually click on one of those. Click on the Windows one, and you should see not only a step-by-step, but also a few videos in between.
Right, so we've got a little video. This is very, very short, 2 or 3 minutes. Not as fun as this video, but still. You download the .NET SDK. It'll pick the right version for you. And then by the end of this little 3 or 4 step process, you will have written your first .NET app, which I think we'll do in a little bit. All right? So you can also, of course, get your different versions of Linux. You can do it on a Mac. And you can also use Docker. So there's a lot of options. .NET Core runs everywhere.
Everywhere. And you can get this all run in 10 minutes.
Or less, really.
Oh.
So the other thing that you might want to think about is our documentation. If you go to docs.microsoft.com, and you'll get your country of choice. This docs right here has got all the different docs through all the different Microsoft properties. So Azure and Xamarin and bots and all kinds of fun stuff. When you go to .NET, there's a ton of great things. And we're going to go through this a little bit more and show you some of the fun things inside. But remember, we're focusing on .NET Core, C# and ASP.NET.
That's what we're doing.
All right. And the last thing that you want to think about is Visual Studio.
And their Visual Studio options. So you have Visual Studio IDE, which is on Windows, right? And if you scroll across just a little bit, there's Visual Studio Code. And if you scroll just a little bit down onto the next level, you'll see the different options. So you have Visual Studio for Mac now as well. And you can build your ASP.NET Core application there. So anything that we're doing today, people can do this on their Mac.
Good point. So even though I'm on a Surface Book, I'm running Windows, literally every single thing that we're going to show you today, you should be able to follow along on your Mac, on your Ubuntu machine, on your Windows machine. I will be using Visual Studio Code a little bit. I'll be using Visual Studio a little bit, but you should be able to follow along in your favorite editor. All right?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll take a quick pause, and we'll come back with the next module.